All right, back here on Study Ball, continuing our 2021 NFL Draft quarterback series. We've gone through 5, Trey Lance, 4, Justin Fields, 3, Mac Jones, and now we're moving into the number 2 quarterback, and that's Zach Wilson on my board. Now, I wasn't necessarily a huge fan of the offense they ran, so there were times that I didn't really get a sense of all the processing that maybe he can or cannot do. A lot of simpler concepts with him, but there will be times that you definitely see the processing. But what really jumps him up on the board is his quarterback athleticism. And again, it's not how far he can throw the football or how fast he can run. It's his understanding of how to make different kinds of throws. And we're all kind of enthralled by a guy like Zach Wilson because we saw what Patrick Mahomes was a few years ago. That you saw it in college and you weren't sure how it was going to translate in college. Then you saw what he's done in the NFL and you're like, holy cow, there was more than just physicality. You understood that mentally there was more that he was understanding and creatively seeing on each and every play. And so now you have a Zach Wilson that shows you a lot of those similar traits. And I think automatically we go, okay, well, we saw Patrick Mahomes do it. Maybe Zach Wilson can be that same type of guy. So we've got to see that at the next level. But the types of throws, the understanding, the athleticism by which he plays the quarterback position is really, really special and really, really rare. And that's what puts him up at number 2 on my list. So this first play is just, again, you have certain guys that just have unique ability. And I'll tell you what I'm talking about with some of the plays that are run here. So we're going to run a go route back here. It's a play that you see BYU run all the time, and a go route out here, and then some sort of a middle read right here. So they run this play all the time, and it could be a good play against certain coverages, but a lot of times it's just one-on-one, throw it up and make a play, or maybe every once in a while we'll get a 2-on-1 to this side and we can make that read. But too often Zach Wilson is stuck back here going, okay, I don't really have anybody open, which you'll see right here. Now I just got to make a play. He's got the ability to make plays, and he did it all last year, but this is where it gets hard sometimes to know, okay, the processing part of it, you don't really give him a chance to process because it's not a great play. So you'll see, I got a safety moving over there and a safety there, and this guy's trying to find a window in between all these guys. Don't really have any throw. So Zach Wilson rolls out to his right. He's on the 50-yard line. He sees this safety all the way on the backside, turning his hips to the inside. Okay, most quarterbacks don't ever try this. Don't ever try to make this throw. But if you've got that special talent, like a few guys do, puts his foot in the ground and throws a missile 50 yards from the outside the opposite hash to outside the numbers on the backside. And this is where you fall in love, and the possibilities become really, really exciting for a Zach Wilson at the next level, even though we don't know completely what he's going to be. So I talk about quarterback athleticism. And I know this isn't going to look like it's any big deal right here. They're just running a naked bootleg. We're going to bring pressure off the edge. This guy's just going to sneak here into the flat. And it doesn't look like a big throw, but just the ability to fall away, attack his throw, put great touch with pressure in your face, to understand that, hey, I know what's out in front of this, and this is part of the processing, is that it's not just being able to go 1, 2, 3, 4, although that's part of it. It's the understanding of knowing, okay, what is out here while this guy's coming at me and I got to get rid of the football? What's out here? And you'll see Zach Wilson does a nice job of just laying this ball out here, knowing that there's nobody in front of his guy, and just athletically putting an easy ball out there for his receiver to make the catch and get a touchdown. And you're going to see this over and over again, that quarterback athleticism. Like right here, I'm rolling to the left. Right, we talk about concepts. Really, we got a flat and we got a corner. This really shouldn't be open. I don't know what the corner's doing on the backside. He should be covering this. So there's not a lot of options here. But you'll see this corner gets a little bit nosy right here. And just the ability of a little flip of the hips, boom, ball's out. A little flip of the hips athletically, fading a little bit to the left, ball up and over the corner. Man, it's just a pretty ball, and the understanding of how to make these throws, the ability to get the ball up and down. Once again, rare skill that he's showing And even though it doesn't look hard, especially for him, it doesn't look difficult, but those are not easy throws to make. Not many guys are going to make those kinds of throws consistently. Here's another one. It's going to look easy. A little fake to the left. I'm going to flip my hips, and I'm just throwing a flat route out here. But here's what you have to see is this outside linebacker right here is playing flat and almost underneath this flat receiver. So I can't just turn and throw this to number 13. Watch how he flips his hips and is able to get this ball up and down with touch, put it out in front of this guy, right? If he throws it on a line, this guy has a chance to pick it and go for a touchdown. He undercuts it. Now I've got to lay it up and over with great touch and accuracy to beat that defender, but not hang out number 13 for the corner to come up and make a play. Just really athletic, accurate, great touch, firm but soft, right? Doesn't hold up there so his guy gets blown up. It's not too firm that the underneath guy can make a play. Nice, accurate throw, giving his guy a chance. And it's just, to me, this stuff is fun to watch because when I played, I know a lot of people didn't look at me as an athlete, but I felt like I could do some of these things and play the position athletically, even though I wasn't what many people would call a great athlete. It's understanding how to use your body and your core and throwing these things not with your feet, but with your body, and Zach Wilson does that extremely well. Okay, we fumble the snap right here. We're rolling to our right. And we talk about things that look like Patrick Mahomes. This looks to me like something I've seen Patrick Mahomes do at the NFL level numerous times. They're simply running a double comeback, double stop here, trying to work outside, back to the inside. These guys over-rotate with the roll. His guy does a nice job of working back to the inside. These are throws that oftentimes you tell your guy, don't throw it late over the middle, but boom, accuracy, vision, ability to make those nice throws on the run. Another nice job athletically by Zach Wilson. All right, so now we're going to do a half roll to the left. And we're going to have a play that I call pogo, a go on the sideline. And we're going to have a little choice or an out there, and we're going to have a corner here. So oftentimes when you get this cover 3 look, this guy going to the middle of the field, you're thinking this corner is going to drop back on the go route. So now I'm going to read this outside linebacker, and that outside linebacker will tell me high-low whether I'm throwing the out or the corner. So with the half roll, hard enough, but nice job verifying what's this guy do. This guy's peeking back to the inside. He flattens his feet. I'm rolling to my left-hand side, a little flip of the hips, falling away once again, and just a money throw, 35 yards down the field or so, on the money, processing, right? It isn't just getting from 1 to 2 to 3. It's recognizing what you're seeing and what guys are doing defensively. And this is the stuff that I talk about when I say QB athleticism. The ability to recognize things that are outside the norm. Not just, hey, on a board, this is what we're going to do. It's going out there and being able to recognize what a defense does in the moment and then being able to counter that with a big play. Zach Wilson, we've seen it over and over again just on this tape. His ability to recognize those things and make those special plays physically. Another one on the run. Right, not a lot of guys open, but gets a little bit of leverage right here on this safety. Can't really throw it out over here, can't jam it in. He knows he's got to put some mustard on this ball because this guy has a chance to drive, so he can't wait too long or this corner falls off. And so on the move, little flip right there. Able to flip, get his shoulders back, get his shoulders squared up, create the velocity on the move, and put it right on his guy. Should have been a touchdown again in this situation, but just recognition and athleticism from the quarterback position and making some really, really good throws on the move or based on how I have to make throws according to what the defense is doing. Okay, so processing. So a lot of those things up to this point haven't necessarily been processing in terms of getting through your reads. It's been more processing in terms of what am I seeing by the defense and how do I react to make the proper throw because of it. Well, here's a nice one. We're going to make a play fake. We're going to run a guy down here. We're going to run the wheel to this side, and then we're going to run a swing here. So I'm going to peek inside first. Expect that guy to take him away, but now I'm really reading this guy right here. This guy's turned his hips. He's chasing to the inside. This guy flattens enough that his receiver is able to get past him, hold him inside, get to that outside receiver. Nice ball, right? We throw this too far inside. That's knocked down or intercepted. But good ball with touch, what we call firm but soft. Firm enough to get it where he wants it, soft enough to make it easy to catch for his receiver, and with great placement, turning into another touchdown. Okay? Different kinds of throws. Can you make different kinds of throws? So we got that pogo route again here with the corner and the flat. So this guy becomes our read because now the corner is running with the go route. So that outside backer becomes our read. So you tell me, if you're the quarterback and you see this, right? He's backing up at a little bit of an angle right here, okay? The read might say, just take the flat. You're going to have 7 or 8, 9 yards. Just put it on him, give him a good ball, make this guy come up and make the tackle. And then there are certain guys that say, yep, that might be the case, but I have the ability to get the ball up and down. I have the ability to throw it up and over these guys. So now my margin of error increases because I say to myself, yeah, he can get depth. He can start to move that direction, but he still can't cover the kinds of throws that I can make. That's where you take your game to the next level, is the ability to understand, man, the defense has to really do a lot to take away some of the throws that I can make. And you see this. Look at the height on this throw. To get it up and down in a timely fashion with accuracy that this guy's got no chance. I don't even care if he keeps getting depth right here. This is a great throw. The ability to have velocity but get it up and down over that defender. And now we're getting chunk throws. We're getting big throws. Even though the defender might say, I don't want to give that to you. Well, I know I can make those things. I can do some of those special things with my arm. Now I'm going to make it really, really hard on the defense to play the right thing and be able to take some of those things away. Okay, here's another one. Same basic concept. Go, corner, somebody coming to the flat. And again, that's what you see with BYU. They ran a lot of the same concepts over and over again. And there's not always guys open. This guy's chasing here. This guy and this guy are coming off this. We've got a safety that should be playing that go route on that side. So now it's Zach Wilson. Make a play for us. And Zach Wilson did it over and over and over again. So he's coming out. He's feeling the depth of the safety who's in here on the hash. He's going to feel this guy jam, but then settle back to the inside. And now he's able to take quickly that whole shot and get enough on it once again. Get it up and down, but enough velocity on it that that safety can't get up over the top. Good recognition and processing in terms of what these defenders are doing. It's still basically, you might say, your number one read because you're coming out and you're reading this thing, and this is the first thing you might peek at. But nonetheless, it's recognizing body language of defenders, what they can and cannot cover, what kinds of throws you can make, and it makes it look like an easy touchdown when this is a really, really difficult thing to see and to throw on time. Okay, last one for part one as we talk about processing. So we basically got a mesh concept right here. We're going to go to the flat, go over the ball. We're going to bring it shallow here, and then the outside guy is going to run a quick post. So we're usually coming out and checking this flat first. He's matched to and covered. So now we're going to work back to the inside as this guy goes over the ball, but I'm going to see this safety right here. Okay, he doesn't necessarily have to chase this guy inside, but if he chases that guy inside, let me take my post shot. If he stays wide, then I'll be ready to come to my shallow that's coming across the field. What's he get? Flat's covered. Has a chance to throw there, but he gets this safety to turn his hips and come inside, and you'll see great, quick throw, good velocity, right on the money to the outside post. Got to make that catch once again, but good timing, good velocity, good position of it, but good processing. Don't have my flat, I'm going to work to the inside. This guy jumps the inside, get back to that quick post to the outside, and then you see the arm talent once again to put the ball on the money for what should have been another touchdown. So you can see why everybody likes Zach Wilson. His physicality is special. He's got the ability to athletically play the quarterback position and make so many different kinds of throws, and difficult throws look really, really easy. We saw in there some good processing at times. As I said, there wasn't a whole bunch when I watched their offense where I could really decipher how good he was at that processing. But when I got to see opportunities, he did a nice job, as we saw there on the film. But it was that athletic quarterback play that really separated him, along with that special arm talent that we know is extremely rare, and especially to play so free and creatively as he does. As I said, to me, he looks like a young Patrick Mahomes, like Patrick Mahomes did in college. I don't know if that's going to translate. I'm not going to put that on this kid, and I'm never going to say that somebody's going to be the next great one as Patrick Mahomes is, but that's why so many people are falling in love with him, because you see those type of creative, athletic quarterback plays over and over again from a guy like Zach Wilson.